So, have you ever been there whereby you sent out a job proposal or application and it's like, what's happening? Why am I not getting responses? And this isn't the first time. Maybe you have sent tens, hundreds, and a lot, and you are not getting response, at least besides the canned messages that sometimes people get when you send out a job application. Well, I have been there many times, and yes, I know that it's frustrating, but I started trying out like 3 things, and when I started making those tweaks in my proposals and even job applications, like over the years, I started seeing some differences, and so I'm here to share those tips with you. If you're new here, big welcome to you. My name is Blessing, and if you have been watching my videos up to this moment, big thank you to you. I don't know what I'll do without you. All right, so on this channel, we share tips on freelancing, remote gigs, work-life management for women. I know I say women, but gentlemen, you're welcome to stay as well. So now let's get into the video. So here are 3 tips that I have for you to ensure that that next job proposal or job application you send out gets a response. And here is the thing I like to put out there, like a disclaimer, is the fact that sometimes you can do everything right. You can do everything right, and it doesn't mean that you would actually get a response. But what happens is that when you do everything right, you're increasing your chances of getting the response, because sometimes you might actually come to the right opportunity, but if you're not prepared or you're not positioned for it right, then you get to miss the opportunities. But we don't do that on this channel. We go for the opportunities, and when the right ones come, they meet us prepared, right? So here is tip 1. Tip 1 is make sure that you're specific. So don't about what you do. So don't just like state out all the skills that you have. So there is this funny post I saw. I wouldn't really call it a funny post because it was actually real. Someone actually put it out there. So it was the lady was trying to list out all the things that she could do, and then she listed out everything. She wasn't specific about a particular one or how it was going to help, her prospective clients, or going to help someone get like a problem solved. And then she just added like a mark that says, "Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I can do for you." And I'm like, okay, there's a lot of things going on. There are a lot of people out there going for the same opportunity that you're going for. You do not want a situation that you put yourself up, that you're telling someone to do the work for you. Like, they already have a lot of things that they are trying to get done. So you have to ensure that you are specific about how you solve their problem. So if you're a content writer, maybe you're a medical content writer, don't just go and say, "Oh, I'm a medical health writer, so I can do this for you." Instead, speak to the benefits that you're going to be giving to this client, or you're going to be giving to this organization that's going to hire you. You can say, "Oh, I help health companies to turn complex topics into easy to understand relatable articles for their patients or for their readers." That really speaks to a problem that you are solving, rather than just listing out all the skills that you have. Okay, the second thing that I also want you to do is that make sure that you show that you have read their job post or you have read the job description. I know this goes without saying, but you'll be surprised that some people just apply blindly. They don't take time to read the job description, they don't take time to read the job post, or maybe they just read the first 2 lines, they don't read everything, and you just send in an application. And what does that come up for? It makes your application, it makes your proposal look like it's generic, because you would not hit the nail on the head, and to come out clearly, because chances are there's something that they mentioned that they want to see or they want you to talk about in the job description, and then when you send out your proposal or you send out that resume, you do not mention it. So make sure that you show that you have read the job description, and then ensure that while you are putting out your proposals, or you're sending that cold email, or you are sending out that application, you mention 1 or 2 things that you picked up from the job description and speak to it. By speaking to it, you're speaking to how you're going to approach that thing, or you're speaking to it from a recent maybe job or jobs that you've done in the past that needed that, and how you approached it. So that is like an example of how to show that you actually read this job post or you read the job description. Okay, then the third thing is end with a clear next step. So don't just say, "Oh, thank you, find my resume attached," or here's the link to my portfolio, cheers. And then you add your name. try to take it a notch further to ask a question or to ask for a call. You can say, oh, are you open to a quick call or a quick 10 minutes call, a quick 15 minutes call to discuss these ideas? That is, if you listed some ideas in your email or job application or cover letter or proposal. What that does is that more likely than not, if that person you're sending the email to or proposal to, if they like your idea or the ideas you have shared or the things you have talked about, you're giving them like an easy route to respond to you and say, oh sure, we can, and when are you free? Or oh sure, let's talk more about this. All right, so these are the 3 tips I have for you. So the next time you are putting together that job proposal for maybe a freelance gig, or you're putting out an application for that remote gig that you want, or sending a cold email, make sure that you are applying these 3 things that I have mentioned. So you want to make sure that you watch the next video, because the next video is going to be talking about interviews, like how to prepare yourself for an interview. So stay tuned for that one. I'll see you in that one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.